Please bear with me. Lord willing, it's an edifying video. It's just straight to the point. First and foremost, I want to give our praises to Yahawah, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kakodash. Yahawah is the Most High God, and Yahawashi is who the world inwardly calls Jesus the Christ. I'm going to give double honors to the apostles and the elders and great millstone who bring the wealth of the Spirit, teaching His word and believing in His word, bringing forth the Most High doctrine, right, to the best of their ability, right, and a mighty shalom to the hopeful elect scattered four corners of the earth, in and out of congregations, that's ruling well through His Spirit, teaching His word and believing His word. Lord willing, you increase, and Lord, when the Most High put the Spirit upon you to endure to the end. Shalom to the wives and the single sisters that's playing their role as being loving and silent wives, pursuing to be virtuous, and Lord willing, the Most High continue to have you be believers of His word. And Lord willing, the Most High have mercy on other brothers and sisters that's not in the faith. Please bear with me for one minute. Okay. So this little lesson of mine is going, Lord willing, just be a 1, 2, 3 with the 1, 2, 3. This is really going into Psalms, the 146th chapter, and I'm only really going to verse 8, but we're just gonna read verse 1 to 7, right? So this is Psalms 146, verse 1. It says, "Praise ye Yahawah, Ba'ashem Yahushai. Praise Yahawah, Ba'ashem Yahushai. O my soul, while I live, will I praise Yahawah, Ba'ashem Yahushai. I will sing praises unto my power, while I have any being. Put not your trust in princes, nor in the Son of Man, in whom there is no help. His breath goeth forth, he turneth to his earth. In that very day his thoughts perish. Happy is he that have the God of Jacob for his help, whose hope is in Yahawah Shemashai his power, which made heaven and earth, the sea, and all that therein is, which keepeth truth forever, which executeth judgment for the oppressed," right? Justice, right? Justice, right? Which giveth food to hunger, and Yahawah Shemashai looseth the prisoner. So I'm going to deal with the word executeth, right? Because which executeth judgment for the oppressed, right? So the Lord is going to execute judgment for the elects, on the elect's behalf, right? So first and foremost, I'm going to go to Psalms. I'm going to go to Psalms 9 and 16. Psalms 9 and 16, this is what it reads. It says, Yahawah Shemashai is known by the judgment which he executed. You don't got to sit there. Go in there. Which he executed. The wicked is snared in the work of his own hands. I'm going to read it again. Wow. It says, Yahawah Shemashai is known by the judgment which he executed. The wicked is snared in the work of his own hands, right? The wicked is going to be trapped in the works of his own hand. The wicked in our nation, but of course the wicked that's in these other nations, especially Esau, right? 17, it says, the wicked shall be turned into hell. Hell is a condition. And all nations that forget the Most High, right? They're going to turn into hell. Hell is not underneath the earth, right? We're in a place of judgment, right? Let's get that. Ecclesiastes, I believe the 3rd chapter, verse 16, and it reads, and moreover, I saw under the sun the place of judgment, that wickedness was there, in the place of righteousness, that iniquity was there, right? We're in a place of judgment under the sun, right? Until Yahawah Shemashai redeems us and come and get his elect from out this place. And from out of the four corners of the countries. Right? This is what we need. Hold on. Let me just get him. Let me get him real quick. Ezekiel 36. And I think I just went verse 24. For I will take you from among the heathen and gather you out of all countries and will bring you into your own land. This is what the Lord is he's going to actually do. He's going to execute a great move. Let's go back to Psalms, but we're going to go to Psalms chapter 10, verse 15. It says, break thou the arm of the wicked and the evil man. Seek out his wickedness till thou find none. Right? And that's what the Lord is going to do. He's going to sift and seek out all the wickedness of the world. Right? He's going to recycle it. Right? But it ain't going to be no wickedness in Israel. Right? The other nations still might rebel. Right? They're going to still be made full of flesh when our kingdom get established. Right? When the Lord give us our angelic bodies. Right? When the Lord give us that glory on his behalf. Praise be Yahawah Shem Yahushai. But we need the Lord to break the arm of the wicked and break his plans. Right? Psalms chapter 12, verse 5. For the oppression of the poor, for the sighing of the needy, now will I arise, saith Yahawah Shem Yahushai. I will set him in safety from him that puffeth at him. Right? The Lord is going to, he's going to put us in safety. Right? Jacob's trouble, we're going to be at safety. That charagma, when that charagma come out, the elect is going to be at safety. Right? Because the Lord knows who's not going to take that charagma. Right? When shit gets shifty, the Lord going to have, I don't know. He might tell you to go. You might be here. You might be, you know what I'm saying? I got a big family, so that's a big move. But whatever the Lord is going to do, he's going to have you safe. Let alone when the destruction is coming on this place, he's going to come get his elect, right? From the four corners of the earth. Lord willing, we are of that number. Lord willing, I am. And if I'm not, as long as his will was done, and as long as the teaching is constantly going out for the hopeful elect so that they can be preserved and saved. This is Psalm 68, verse 6, and it reads, God setteth the solitary in families. He bringeth out those which are bound with chains, but the rebellious dwell in a dry land. Right? So the Lord will bring you out of prison, right? And it was just one little situation I thought of in the scriptures, which is in the book of Acts, the 5th chapter. This kind of, it stuck out, but you got other ones too. You got other ones. You got Acts. Where is it at? Because I'm gonna just tell you the other one. Where's the other one I'm looking for? This is when Paul and Silas are in prison. See, you got chapter 12 in Acts, where an angel freed Peter from prison. It's another one when it's Paul and I thought I would have found it. It's probably further on in Acts, but I'm not gonna ponder on it too long because I'm gonna be looking for it and looking for it. Salakia. I'm just feeling like, is this it? Yeah, it is chapter 16. Acts chapter 16 goes into Paul and Silas when they actually go to prison, but they start praising Yahawah Shem Yahushai, and he breaks off the shackles, right? But that was a beautiful account, right? But I'm gonna go to this one. This is dealing with the apostles are again in prison. So this is Acts, the 5th chapter, and I'm gonna probably read the whole clip, verse 17 to 31. But the point is really at between verse 17 and 21. But let's get into it. It says, then The high priest rose up, and all they that were with him, which is the sect of the Sadducees, and were filled with indignation, and laid their hands on the apostles and put them in the common prison. And the angel of Yahweh Shemashai by night opened the prison doors and brought them forth and said, Go, stand and speak in the temple to the people all the words of this life. And when they heard that, they entered into the temple early in the morning and taught. But the high priest came, and they that were with him called the council together and all the senate of the children of Israel, and sent to the prison to have them brought. But when the officers came and found them not in the prison, they returned and told, saying, The prison surely found we shut with all safety, and the keeper standing without before the doors. But when we had opened, we found no man within, because the angel of the Lord took them out and told them, Man, I need you to go teach. Right? It says, Now when the high priest and the captain of the temple and the chief priests heard these things, they doubted of them whereunto this would grow. Then came one and told them, saying, Behold, the men whom ye put in prison are standing in the temple, teaching the people. Then went the captain with the officers and brought them without violence, for they feared the people, lest they should have been stoned. And when they had brought them, they set them before the council, and the high priest asked them, saying, Did not we straitly command you that ye should not teach in his name? See, they were put in prison because they're speaking in the name of Yahawah Bahashim Yahawashi. And they don't want Yahawashi's name spoken of. They killed this man, right? But who gives a hell who accepts or who don't accept it, man? We here for Yahawah Bahashim Yahawashi. If you take it serious, you Lord willing, you don't fold, right? You're gonna teach it regardless, whatever's in front of you, whatever comes across, man, because the Lord is going to break the arms of the wicked, right? Verse 28, it says, saying, Did not we straitly command that ye should not teach in his name? And behold, ye have filled Jerusalem with your doctrine, but they were really teaching the doctrine of Yahawah Shemashai. And intend to bring this man's blood upon us. Then Peter and the other apostles answered and said, We ought to obey God rather than men. The Most High of our fathers raised up Yahawashi, whom ye slew and hanged on a tree. Him have the Most High exalted with his right hand to be a prince and a savior, for to give repentance to Israel and forgiveness of sins. Right? Because we need that deliverance. Right? And this is why Yahawah Bahashim Yahawashi gave us that way, man, by the blood of Hamashiach Yahawashi. The same way when Moses sprinkled the blood on the altar, right? Through that covenant, right? Yahawashi is the one that actually fulfills the new covenant that, Lord willing, we will be a part of. Lord willing, we are of that number, right? Now back to Psalms 146. We almost done. I ain't gonna hold y'all too long. Psalms 146. We go into verse 8. It says, Yahawah Shemashai opened the eyes of the blind. Yahawah Shemashai raiseth them that are bound down. Yahawah Shemashai loveth the righteous. So I'm going to deal with openeth, riseth, and loveth in this verse, right? So let's get to Isaiah 35. Isaiah 35, and we're going to read verse 4 and 5. And it says, Say to them that are of a fearful heart, Be strong, fear not. Behold, your power will come with vengeance, even power with recompense, payback. He will come and save you. Then the eyes of the blind shall be opened, and the ears of the deaf shall be unstopped. They're going to be unplugged, that they'll be able to hear. And the Lord allowed the apostles after he left, even though Yahawashi did it too, he healed people, cast out spirits, right? Lord willing, y'all praying that the Lord give you that ability to heal a sick one, take spirits out of loved ones, right? But the Lord, I'm telling you, it's going to really happen to the elect, right? And you're going to be doing it to other brothers. It might be somebody that just have faith and they never just did the work. And the Lord might have you cast out a spirit out of them, maybe just being around or them touching you. I believe in these things because ain't nothing new under the sun. It shall happen again, right? Isaiah 42, verse 16, it says, and I will bring the blind by a way that they knew not. What way is that? That law and order, that schoolmaster, right? He's gonna bring you back through the parables, through the dark sayings, the prophecies. A lot of us get in this truth in different ways. Some of y'all probably got in by hearing the law. Some of y'all probably heard a parable that just smacked you like, whoa. Some of y'all probably got in by a prophecy. Some of y'all probably got in because the Lord just draw you to Yahawah, and you probably watched the video. TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, some way the Lord did a left, trigger, square with another button, right? So the blind by a way that they knew not, I will lead them in paths, right, that they have not known, right? And that's a narrow path, right? And I will make darkness light before them, crooked things straight. These things will I do unto them and not forsake them. They shall be turned back, they shall be greatly ashamed, that trust in graven images, that say to molten image, ye are our gods. And this is where the Lord is going to divide, because the Lord is going to search the heart for the ones that will be sincere, the ones that don't know, the ones that's willing to learn. Like the Lord knows, hey, if you got all these distractions and I put them on pause, you will actually really serve me. The Lord is doing that now. People like, man, if this truth is so real, then why the Lord allowing all it? Because it has to be a balance, man. You got to have a balance of some things so that the 2/3 can cleave to these things. The elect is going to come to their home. Welcome back. Welcome back. That's what we're going to do. We're going to come back into the bosom of Yahawah Shema Shai. Lord willing, we are of that number. And if not, hey, may the force be with you. Right? Matthew, the 11th chapter, verse 5. It says, this is when Yahawah Shai assures John, right? And I'm going to start at verse 4. It says, Yahawah Shai answered and said unto them, go and show John again those things which ye do hear and see, right? Because they were seeing the things that Yahawah Shai was doing, right? And here it goes. It says, the blind receive their sight, the lame walk, the lepers are cleansed, the deaf hear, the dead are raised up, and the poor have the gospel preached to them, right? And anybody that get in this truth now, you were poor in the spirit, man. Anybody, there's a lot of us that have health problems. Hey, we probably didn't get that full ability or that strength, but you had comfort when the scriptures was coming out. It's going to be a day where the Lord, especially when all the turmoil happened, you might have a bad leg. The Lord might numb your pain, right? You might have a bad back. Jacob trouble, if you're going to get saved out of it and your back might fuck you up from running or fleeing, the Lord is going to either heal it or numb the pain so you can get the hell up out of there. You know what I'm saying? And I believe in this, man. If you build it, just build your faith, you'll be able to move a mountain. I really believe it. They're like, man, you think a literal mountain? If this was a mountain, I believe if I work on my faith continuously, work on that I'm not pride, work on that I'm not proudful, work on to be more humble, more lonely, right? Be more better in the spirit. Eventually, the Lord will allow me to move this mountain. I believe it, but patience is key. And I need the comfort of the scriptures to be abiding in my life. And I have to have a desire of Yahawah Shema Shai to abide in him. I believe that can happen. Do you? You might not. I can't make you. Right? This is Luke, the 13th chapter, verse 11 to 13. It says, and behold, there was a woman which had a spirit of infirmity 18 years. Because this goes when Yahawah Shai heals on the Shabbat, and was bowed together and could in no wise lift herself up. You just got to imagine. She was bound. She couldn't even lift herself up. It says, when Yahawah Shai saw her, he called her to him and said unto her, woman, thou art loose from thy infirmity. And he laid hands on her, and immediately she was made straight and glorified the Most High. And I believe the hopeful elect in that time or even now, if they were sincere, because when you used to go to church, the church used to say, oh, this is a prophet. He didn't lay with not one woman. And you would think if this man touched you, I used to think when people used to get touched, they really did get the Holy Ghost because this man didn't do this and do that. But when you really look in these scriptures, the same thing that Yahawah did, he was a true follower of Yahawah. He did his work, he did his will. And I believe the hopeful elect is going to do the will and the work of Yahawah that will be able to actually do the same thing as Yahawah on this time, man. Right? This is about gathering the elect. Deuteronomy chapter 33, verse 3. It says, yeah, he loved the people. All his saints are in thy hand, and they set down at thy feet. Everyone shall receive thy word, right? And that's why I told you I was going to deal with executive, riseth, and love it. I'm going to read it again. Yeah, he loved the people. All his saints are in thy hands. The elect is in the hands of Yahawah Shemashai, and they set down at thy feet. Everyone shall receive everyone shall receive thy words, right? And you even have Martha, is either Martha or Mary, I don't want to get it wrong, where she was like, yo, Lord, man, tell her to get up and help me clean. He's like, nah, she's sitting right where she need to be. And that was because she was hearing the word of Yahawah Shem Yahushai. Right? So let's get this other precept in St. John, the 14th chapter. St. John, chapter 14. St. John, chapter 14, verse 21. I think probably verse 21 to 24. It says, he that have my commandments and keepeth them, he it is that loveth me. And he that loveth me shall be loved of my Father. And I will love him, and will manifest myself to him. Judas saith unto him, not Iscariot, Lord, how is it that thou wilt manifest thyself unto us, and not unto the world? Yahawah answered and said unto him, if a man love me, he will keep my words, the sayings, from Genesis all the way to Revelation. And my Father will love him, and we will come unto him and make our abound with him. He that loveth me not keepeth not my sayings. In the word which ye hear is not mine, but the Father's which sent me. Right? In the words is the scriptures, the whole Bible. That is these words, right? The law, statutes, and commandments, the prophets, the major and minor, and the apostles. Right? Let's get this. Right? This whole ministry is built on the workers of Yahawah Shem Shai. Ephesians chapter 2, verse 20, it says, and are built upon the foundations of the apostles and prophets, Yahawah Shai HaMashiach himself being the chief cornerstone, right? This whole establishment is built just like how a building. Yahawah Shai is the foundation the building is built, and then you have the apostles, and then you have the prophets. This is why you always want to be in what the prophets is saying, all the way from Genesis, all the way going to Yahawah Shai, all the way going to Revelations, right? This thing begins and ends with Yahawah Shai, and of course it even begins and ends with the apostles and the prophets that the Lord used to bring forth his ministry, right? That's why we need to trust in Yahawah alone. You got to trust in him before you trust anybody in your household. That's how I'm doing it. Nobody's coming before Yahawah Shem Shai. Sometimes it can be something I'm doing by myself. Sometimes I might say I'm about to go do this, and the spirit might draw me to go do something else. There's nothing I can do, because this can be an edifying thing, because you could be thinking you get in a brand new car, and it's guaranteed that some shit happened, and you, oh man, the Lord, oh man, we'll start accusing the Lord. And that's why you got to think about Job, because all these things happened. He didn't accuse the Lord. He took it cheerfully, like, you know what? I'll go back to my mother naked. I came out naked, I'll return naked. I'm going to receive good and bad by Yahawah Shem Yahushua, right? So for us, when anything happened to us, we need to call on Yahawah Shem Yahushua. When good happened to us, we need to be calling Yahawah Shema Shai. Because none of us really deserve the things that we have in our lives, but the Lord allowed us, right? This is St. John chapter 16, verse 27. It says, "For the Father himself loveth you, because ye have loved me, and have believed that I came out from the Most High." Right? This whole thing is a faith-based ministry. Everything, man. What you teaching, you have to believe that it is true, right? Because I can leave and come and be like, oh, nah. The Gentiles can get saved. So this whole time I was just faking the funk. I really didn't believe in these scriptures, right? But if you do, you come in the whole volume in the Bible. You believe in the whole volume of the Bible. When you abide in Yahawah Shai, you abide in everything that was written from old to new. And if you don't understand it, make sure you under brothers that can give you the understanding, right? Because right now we in the time of Daniel 12 and 4, where knowledge will be increased. And that's just because this unicorn, right? The Lord allowed more books to be made outside of the scriptures that can back up history. Edomite books, map and chart books, right? Culture books, books about rulers, emperors, especially kingdoms like that we read in Daniel, things that we read in Revelations, right? We can go to history books outside the Bible to make it even more deep, to be like, dang, this has to be true because it's lining up. Knowledge is going to increase, that a man is going to desire more knowledge. We're going to be real men are going to desire more wisdom and knowledge, just like Solomon did. And some brothers, you might not even pray for it, but your actions show that you really want wisdom and knowledge, because you either you're in your scriptures every day. You're reading, you get into history, let alone you trying to study your notes. You're trying to study the notes that you have in all your dang notebooks. It's never enough. It's never enough. Even you got some women that might get into the scriptures to study to be able to go teach their kids something, right? Because it should always be a flow of scriptures being read. It should always be a flow of talking about the Most High in your household. If it's not you, your woman should be talking. I don't care if it's one scripture, two scriptures, three scriptures. It should be talked about in your household, because that's how marriages last, right? This is how your kids get trained up in the right way. So when they get older, your daughter is going to want a man that's talking about the Lord. Your son is going to want a wife that actually plays a role as a wife and actually fears Yahawah Shema Shai. You don't want it the other way around, right? So back to where the topic was really originated, right? Because we're basically done. Psalms 146, where it just goes into basically the praise for Yahweh's righteous acts. In other cases, trust in Yahawah alone, right? You should be trusting in Yahawah alone, because he made the heavens, he made the earth, he made the sea, and all that therein is, which keepeth true forever. And if you want to like double up, because this can be a prayer, you can read the prayer of Azariah. Read the prayer of Azariah. I'm telling you, if you want to pray, if you pray in the night or whatever you're going through and you just want to exalt Yahawah even more, read the prayer of Azariah and start at verse 29. 29 all the way to 68 is a whole bunch of praise in the Most High. Blessed art thou, O Yahawah, power of our fathers, and to be praised and exalted above all forever. Blessed art thou in the temple of thy holy glory, and to be praised and glorified above all forever. Blessed art thou that beholdest the depths and sitteth upon the cherubims, and to be praised and exalted above all forever. Blessed art thou on the glorious throne of thy kingdom, and to be praised and glorified above all forever. Blessed art thou in the firmament of heaven, and above all to be praised and glorified forever. Oh, all ye works of Yahawah Bashim Yahushai, bless ye Yahawah Bashim Yahushai, praise and exalt him above all forever. O ye heavens, bless ye Yahawah Bashim Yahushai, praise and exalt him above all forever. O ye angels of Yahawah Bashim Yahushai, bless ye Yahawah Bashim Yahushai, praise and exalt him above all forever. O all ye waters that be above the heaven, bless ye Yahawah Ba'ashim Yahushai. Praise and exalt him above all forever. O all ye powers of Yahawah Ba'ashim Yahushai, bless ye Yahawah Ba'ashim Yahushai. Praise and exalt him above all forever and ever. And we can keep on going. O ye sun and moon, bless ye Yahawah Ba'ashim Yahushai. Praise and exalt him above all forever. Right, that right there, just man, this right here is something serious because the Lord is the power above all. 29 to 68, 29 to 68. Prayer of Azariah 29 to 68. The prayer of Azariah 29 to 68. But if you want to do it even more, read the whole chapter. This is a prayer of Azariah. A beautiful situation happened with the three wise men that came into Babylon with Daniel, Azariah, Hananiah, and Mishael. Lord willing, that was edifying to the whole elect, whoever you may be. Please endure to the end. Lord willing, this was edifying. If this wasn't edifying, Salaki, we'll just try again. Till next time. I love you to the kingdom and never back. Death to America and death to Esau, not on my time or your time, but his time. He never early and never late. He is always on time. If I can do it, you can do it. If you can do it, I damn sure can do it. And if you're not serious, get the hell out the way. Other than that, it's your brother Darkabar, Yahawah, speed. Shalom.